So Sally and Dennis enter the science area, so they're going to be seeing some things connected with science. Now Dennis is busy reading the introduction of the sculptures. That's really fun. If you read the introduction, it's some written material that lets you know more about what you're looking at. That's very important. Now introduction is the noun form of the verb to introduce. We often introduce our new friends to people they don't know. For example, I introduced Tom to my parents when they came to visit me here in Taiwan.
Yes, and they are extremely nice people. It was my pleasure to have met them. So in any case here, again, he's reading the introduction of the sculptures, and Sally says, "Oh, Dennis, you're so smart. You know so much about朱銘." And she says, "Should I be taking notes?" I think she's kind of joking here, but to take notes just means to kind of jot down some information so you won't forget.
Well, he says you can if you want, thanks to him. And he's pointing to someone using his finger, and she looks in the direction he's pointing, and she sees Cai Lun, the inventor of paper. Now, if you invent things, you're the first person to think of something completely new that has never existed before. This guy invented paper. And next to him is a person named Einstein, Albert Einstein, another famous scientist.
Right, he's a very smart scientist. And she says, well, that's the funniest statue of Einstein I've ever seen. Remember, Einstein had that famous photograph where he was sticking out his tongue? Well, maybe this statue looks like that. I don't know. I haven't been to this museum yet, but she says it's the funniest statue of him she's ever seen. She thinks it's pretty amusing.
Well,朱銘thought that statues of Western scientists that he had seen before were just too serious. So he kind of made them a little bit more entertaining. He portrayed them, that is the scientists, doing ordinary things that we do every day. Now when you portray someone, it means this is how you're describing someone. Or if you're an artist, how you paint them or how you sculpt them, so that people will understand what they're like. Well, he portrayed them doing ordinary things. Things that were very typical of our day-to-day lives. Maybe getting up in the morning and eating breakfast and exercising, maybe riding a bike to school. Those are ordinary things.
Ordinary or everyday things. So that's how he portrayed them. A related word would be portrait. Somebody's portrait, a painting or a picture of somebody would be a portrait. And again, these are ordinary things, such as using umbrellas on rainy days. And then they come to a statue of another inventor. This time it's Edison, and Edison here is talking to Yuan-Tze-Li. I wonder if they actually really met in real life.
I don't know, but I doubt it. Edison, of course, is Thomas Edison, the person who invented the light bulb. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. But Sally says, hey, it looks like they're going to a gathering together. A gathering here is a noun. It just means when people come together in a group. Well, then she whispers something to Edison. She's whispering to a statue as if he can hear her.
Dennis thinks she's probably a little crazy, and he asks her, are you talking to the statues? That's a rather silly thing to do. And she says, well, since he invented the light bulb, I figure that since he invented the light bulb, I asked if he had any bright ideas for my sculpture as well. Now, we talked about the light bulb. That is a round thing that we stick in lamps, and we can have light if we turn it on. Those are kind of being replaced nowadays by LED lights and things like that. But in any case, Edison invented the light bulb, and she's asking him for some bright ideas. Bright here just means, usually it means a lot of light. Like during the summer, at noontime, it can be very bright outside. You might need to wear sunglasses, but also bright means smart or intelligent. So do you have any bright ideas or some very smart ideas about something?
Bright can also mean happy or very cheerful. If someone has a bright smile, it means they look really happy. So we use this word in a lot of different ways. Be careful how you use it. Well, she wants to ask Edison if he has any good or bright ideas for her sculpture. Remember, she has that project due. And then Dennis laughs. It says here that he chuckles. That's just kind of a quiet laugh that someone does. Can you give us a chuckle? Instead of that's a laugh. A chuckle is very quiet, but he seems to enjoy her joke. Now we're going to take a look at our word power, word bright, and then we're going to listen to our Chinese teacher.
Word power. Hi everybody and welcome to Word Power. Today's word is bright. Today, Sally pretended to ask Edison if he had any bright ideas for her sculpture. Bright is an adjective, and in this case, it means clever or intelligent. For example, Ben is a bright student who always gets high grades. Bright can also mean shiny, as in the sun is very bright. Bright can mean lively and cheerful too. For instance, Jane is a very bright girl who always has a big smile on her face. Furthermore, bright can mean something is very vivid. For example, you might see a painting with very bright colors. That's all the time we have for Word Power today. Thanks for listening.